Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video today. Today's video is a continuation of a video I did in September. And when I put it out, I said in there that hopefully at the end of this school year, which is now, since I graduate in less than 2 weeks, I would come back and re-answer the same questions to see if my answers have changed at all. So today is that video. It's the follow-up to the senior Q&A. I want to do it in the style where I ask the question and then I watch back my old answer. I have my laptop right here. And then I'll say if that's how I still feel or if anything's changed, and I'm excited to see what I said back in September. So without further ado, let's jump right into the questions. Let's get right into question number 1, which is, what are you doing after you graduate? I'm so glad you asked because I'm very excited to share what I'm doing. I believe I've mentioned it maybe once or twice on this channel before, but I'm going to be pursuing RV life. I want that nomadic lifestyle, and for me, an RV made the most sense, and I actually have bought my RV already, which is so freaking exciting. You guys you can't even gauge how excited I am for that. Don't worry, there will be tons of videos on RV life after I graduate. Once school and college is done for, RV life is next, and I'm very, very excited for that. That is still true. Everything I just said, still true. I'm doing RV life. I have an RV. It's been in storage since the beginning of the year. And once I get home this month, I'm finally going to start renovations on it. So very exciting. And I'm still can't believe that that's going to be my life. But yeah, all of that rings true to now. So we're starting off good. Are you excited to be done with college? The short answer is yes. The long answer is I really enjoyed college. I know this isn't what a lot of people can relate to, but for me, high school was better. For now, let's just leave it at I'm ready for the next chapter, and I'm very excited for college to be done. That is still very true. Very, very true. I don't have a sad bone in me right now. I was asked literally just today if I'm sad about graduating college, and I'm not. I'm really not. I'm very ready to move on to the next chapter. Like I mentioned in September, so obviously that's still the same. But yeah, I did have a hard time making friends in college. It's not that I didn't make friends or not that I don't have great friends. I do have great friends here. I think I missed the solid routine of high school, but now I'm moving on and no more school ever, so. Okay, next question is, what will be a highlight of your senior year? And this is me kind of guessing, I'm not sure. I kind of feel like this goes without saying, but I know that a highlight for my senior year is going to be graduation. Obviously. That is something I'm very much looking forward to and very excited to have the opportunity to do. But besides the obvious answer of graduation, I think I'm very excited for spring break. I don't even know what I'm doing yet, but I know that I will be doing something, and I just am ready to get back to traveling. So I'm very excited for spring break. For school, I'm in a senior seminar right now. We haven't done much with it yet. It's still very early on, but I'm excited to actually work in a big group, doing editing. Hopefully it's the one thing I want to do is editing. Working on the senior project, I think, is going to be really fun, and actually getting out there and filming again. So very excited for that. Those are 3 things, I guess, what will be a highlight. I chose 3 highlights, so there. If this girl knew what her capstone was going to entail, oh my god, I don't think she'd believe me if I told her. At this time, obviously, I didn't know that I was going to be editing, which I did get that. I'm very proud to have edited this project, And everything did turn out fine. Like, it's a great film, we're all so proud of it, but so much went wrong in the actual process. And I don't know, we probably came out better for it. At the time it wasn't fun, and at this time I was excited for it. And I still think, despite everything that went wrong with it, it is still a highlight of my senior year. It is something that I can bring forth with me in like resumes and portfolios, and it's truly something that I'm proud to have made, and I can't wait for it to go through the festival circuit. So that's another, so far I've been pretty on track with what I thought was gonna happen. So are you nervous for the next chapter? No. Well, yes. Yes and no. I'm very excited. Obviously, as I've mentioned multiple times in this video, obviously there are some things that I am nervous for. I've never driven a trailer before, and I'm nervous for how I'm gonna make money, because that part of the planning of my future has kind of gone by the wayside. We'll figure that out, but there are some things I'm nervous for, but overall, no, I'm not nervous to graduate. I'm not nervous to go into the real world. I'm very excited and ready for it at this point. So yeah, that's still pretty true. I was nervous at this time for how I was gonna make money and what job I was going to get. I didn't know, like, I knew I wanted something in my field, but I didn't know what I was gonna be able to get and blah blah blah. Happy to say that I do have a job lined up now. I think I mentioned this in a past vlog very briefly, but I was hired for an international company called Jelly Smack as a freelance video editor. So I do freelance now. I have freelance work. That is something I can do remotely, which is amazing, obviously, for living in the RV. I can set my own hours. The company is out of Paris, so they're open most hours while I'm sleeping, just because of the time zone change. So I make my own hours, which is also amazing. And I can do as many or as little videos as I want. So if I have a busy month, or I'm like traveling, or I want to focus on other things, I can do less videos. I'm no longer nervous about that anymore. That's been figured out. That's something I have, like I said, lined up for me for after I start, or after I graduate, I'm going to be starting. So there's nothing to be nervous about anymore. I've driven my truck before a couple times. Every time I go home, I try to drive the truck. So obviously the truck doesn't have my RV attached to it yet, but we're taking our baby steps. How do you think this year will go? Ooh. That's a really good question. I think it's going to be fine. I am happy to be a senior, and it's really fun. Like yesterday I went to my first football game of the season. So fun. And it was actually nice outside, so it was really good to just sit outside and enjoy that. We didn't win. We never win. We never win. Senior year is like the easiest year, so I think it's gonna go pretty good. That is a lie. Senior year is not the easiest year. This was one of my hardest years academically in all the 4 that I've spent here. I don't know why or what the issue was, but that is not true for me anyway. Senior year was one of the hardest. But besides that, besides the academics, yeah, this year was fine. I was right. It wasn't anything like incredible. It wasn't, not to downplay my entire senior year experience, but it was fine. I think I'm just so checked out and moved on at this point that it's like, I don't really have much to say. I'm just done, so. What is your biggest college regret? And I can honestly say I've thought about this quite a bit, and I don't think I have one. I'm the type of person where it's really hard for me to regret things, so I don't think I have a huge college regret or anything. I don't regret my major. I've stayed the same major the whole time. I don't regret being an RA. For those of you who don't know, I've been an RA for 3 years now. This is like my 3rd year going into it, and I'm kind of just going into all the things I'm grateful for right now. but it really goes to show that like there are little things that can go wrong that have upset me along the way, but there's really nothing big that I regret or am sad about. Like overall it has been a very positive and fun experience. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think in this video I was trying really hard to make it sound like I had nothing bad going on, or that like my college has been a breeze and blah blah blah. Like I was saying all the stuff I'm grateful for, and I am grateful for those things. I'm grateful to have been an RA and met all the people that I've met, and to have like a relatively easy major in the big scheme of things. But I had hard times. I had rough patches. If I have to regret something, it's not like a regret. Maybe if I went and did it again, maybe I'd do something different, but also knowing myself, I probably wouldn't. I would have put myself out there more. I don't really talk to people. I didn't really, and it's hard because I want to talk about the friend aspect, but I made friends every single year I was here. But I think college is really hard because the people that you meet are in such different places than you a lot of the time. And a lot of the people I met, I only was friends with for a year because they would like be graduating at the end of that year, or they moved colleges. I had friends who dropped out and moved away, and it is hard to not have that solid group of friends. Like, Pan is definitely the only friend I have had all 4 years I've been here. I've made friends along the way, but they've left or they've graduated, like I said, and so it's like, I don't know, I wish I put myself out there more and did more things. Like my parents were up here this past weekend and they're like, okay, what do you do in this town for fun? And I'm like, I really don't know. I don't know. I don't do anything, which kind of makes me sad, and I kind of want to change it about myself. I want to be more adventurous, because I like to say I am adventurous and I like to have fun, but do I? Because I don't even know what there is to do for fun in Fargo, and I've lived here for 4 years. So, not to be all sad and meh on you guys, but I think like this depiction of my college experience is not holistic. It is very much just like a highlight kind of thing. And it's important to highlight those things, and like I said in the video, be grateful for what has gone right, but it's also okay to acknowledge that things aren't perfect, and just is what it is. That's what life is. So let's move on to the next question. Where do you want to live after college? I know I mentioned I'm doing RV life, but there are places that I really like right now, and I want to see if this changes by the end of my senior year. I don't know if it will, but I think it's really fun because like last year I was either like Georgia, Florida is really calling my name. I talked for way too long on that question. Yeah, Florida. I still want to go to Florida. Would you move back in with your parents? And normally I would say yes. I know they'd have me, and I know that it would be fine if I lived there. In a normal situation that would be fine for me, but my family's not normal. My parents are also going on the road. So I came up with this RV life idea like over a year ago, right? And then my parents were like, that's a good idea. And then they copied me. I'm going on record right now to say I came up with RV life idea, and then my parents took it and they had money, so they bought an RV. No, but in all seriousness, I think it's going to be really fun because my parents are traveling around and I'm traveling around. That's still true. They're still doing RV life. But I think we have decided that I'm going to spend at least the first couple months to a year with them. I've just decided that I'm very hesitant to do all this new stuff, things that are new to me anyway, and then not have anyone with me. So my parents were a little nervous about that too, just me going off, and like, I don't know. I would be fine, but I think we're gonna stick together, and I think I've convinced them to move to Florida with me. So I think we're moving down there at the end of this year together. But I didn't mention that in here because I didn't know at the time that we were going to be staying together for the foreseeable future, but that is what's going to happen. So technically, I'm not moving back in with them, but I am moving with them. So, how will you pay off your student loans? That's a great question. I do not know the answer to that. I'll figure it out. Self-explanatory. I'm gonna pay them off with my paychecks. I have a job now. I'm gonna be full-time. I'm gonna be working at least one job all the time. So that's how I'm gonna pay them off, like everybody else does. I feel like I talked so long in this video, but it's fine. You did. Did these 4 years go by quickly? Yes, they did. 100%. I feel like I was just starting freshman year like a couple months ago. Did I say starting?
I was just starting freshman year.
Wait. I know. I feel like I was just starting freshman year. I was starting freshman year. Bruh. Like a couple months ago. Now all of a sudden I'm a senior. It's kind of insane how fast the time has gone by. Yeah, these 4 years did go by quickly. Sometimes I thought they were going by too quick. Sometimes I didn't think quick enough. Take that as you will. This was really fun to go back and look at all my old answers and see what's changed. Honestly, not much has. I kind of know myself pretty well. It has only been 8 months since I did this video, but I just thought it'd be fun. Okay, so I did it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you subscribe down below. Go do it right now. I'm watching you. Okay, thanks. And that's it for me today, and I'll see you next time for another video.